Well, let's focus on controversial announcements on Malaysia's Flight 370 investigation. A Malaysian official told us today that it's been a criminal probe since March 16th. Yet Malaysia did not mention a shred of criminal or suspicious evidence about anyone on board the plane. So you may ask, how can an investigation be declared criminal if you don't have evidence? Well, joining me to discuss, aviation correspondent Richard Quest and expert airman and retired lieutenant colonel in the Royal Air Force, Michael Kay. So in many respects, is this just semantics? Usually investigators will start with the worst possible scenario and work their way backwards. They have to rule out that it's not criminal before they find it's a malfunction. Is that accurate?
I think that's part of the point, but this is the police we're talking about. And the police investigate criminal activities. Now, notice he said this is a criminal investigation. He didn't say the whole thing is a criminal investigation. So what he is saying is, from the police's point of view, they are looking at it from a criminal point of view. But the investigation itself, the Malaysian investigation, the air investigation, that is still concerned with what happened, where is the plane, and what happened.
So in a way, adding a lot more layers on some levels of confusion again, because everybody makes the point that somebody entered a new code, a new programming code. It could possibly have been that the pilot was trying to save the plane and trying to bring it back to land, not criminal at all, but absent of evidence, it's suspicious. Michael?
I think the key aspect, Deborah, here is that we need to keep looking at all the facts and keeping an open mind. What we don't need to do is jump to the end state, which means it could be a criminal investigation, it could be sabotage, it could be hijack. Yes, we can't take those things off the table because we don't have enough evidence to take them off the table. But what we need to do is keep an open mind, look at the facts, and keep building the jigsaw puzzle, because that's all we've got at the moment.
And the pieces of that jigsaw puzzle, those that have been put on the table, do now lend credence to starting a criminal investigation. And that is why you're looking at me suspiciously.
Yes, indeed I am. You can read into it what you want. No, but go ahead.
And so as more pieces of the jigsaw get put on the table, so the picture starts to become ever clearer. But at the moment, it does start to move towards the fact. We know somebody did something deliberate, we know the plane was turned, and all these things, but we don't know who, and we don't know how, and we don't know why.
And we don't exactly intent, motivation. Let's talk about the cargo, because we haven't spent a lot of time talking about that. You know, and 2 years ago there was or actually more years ago now, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, the cartridge bomb that somebody attempted to send in the cargo hold. Were all the packages, both commercial packages but also suitcases, x-rayed as far as you know, and doesn't that have to be cleared in terms of who was sending what and where it was going to?
Well, I think again, you know, we're jumping to this sort of sinister conclusion that it could be explosive or inflammable, and therefore this could have happened. I've got friends who fly for major airlines, and I was speaking to one the other day who told me that on one of his last trips he had $93 million in the hold.
Right.
Now that's a substantial amount of cash, and if someone knows that airline on that day on that flight has that, then there could be a motive there. I mean, it's, you know, the hold piece is important. Identifying what's in the hold is important, but it doesn't necessarily lend itself to an explosive.
But will it have been checked? Will all the baggages have been checked and cleared immediately?
If the baggage was not checked, then the procedures were not followed, because Malaysia, since it was an international flight from KL to Beijing, the regulation says that all the bags have to be scanned. The cargo, it's a different matter, because cargo tends to be scanned in a different way, but although there would be a manifest for the cargo, and we've already been told by the airline that there was nothing untoward in the cargo, because they told us about the batteries.
And you also have to zone back into, where was the Mayday call? Where was the PAN call? Where was the emergency 7700 on the transponder? If indeed it was something that lended itself to a structural failure of the aircraft.
We have heard about a couple of things that were in the cargo hold. For example, the lithium batteries that you mentioned. There was a theory that perhaps they leaked, that filtered into the air system, maybe knocked the passengers unconscious. There's a mention today on CNN, mangosteen, a tropical medicinal fruit, and whether that may have had something to do with it. Again, you think about the circulation between cargo and cabin. And it's a steady stream of airflow.
Yes, it is, but it's a well-known stream of airflow.
Okay.
And so the relationship between the cargo and the cabin is not something that the aviation industry has suddenly discovered. They are aware of the potential, and that's why you would know this much better than me. You know, the halon gas that can extinguish, the sensors that's down there, the entire range of options to deal with, because it is so. ValueJet in the United States showed quite clearly the absolute devastating, deadly nature of a fire in the cargo hold.
And I just don't envisage this notion of all of a sudden 239 people passing out at exactly the same time. The pilots are trained in any emergency that involves a decompression or anything that might compromise the oxygen supply. The first thing they do is put on that oxygen mask, and they put it on themselves, and then they start dealing with the emergency.
Assuming you know you've been exposed to something you shouldn't be breathing. Very quickly, as a pilot, were you ever worried about some of the cargo that you may have been transporting on one of those planes?
Look, it's not. They will know what cargo they are taking on board. There are lots of regulations and rules that surround the types of cargo that you can take on board, and they will have been tested for flight at 35,000 feet for these types of things. So it's not a concern that I would place high on the priority.
Fascinating theory, though, that you suggest that one plane had $93 million. If that was part of the motive and that money went missing, certainly a very interesting heist.
It's a bit, it's a bit Italian job, isn't it?
Little bit. Michael Kay, Richard Quest, it's always such a pleasure. Thank you.